Holiday season planning is stressing me out. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I'm thinking about doing for this holiday season. Hey folks, hey, I'm LeeAnn of Crudely Made, where progress is a process. I'm building a business and you're coming along. So let's go. So what is your holiday prep looking like? I'm stressed because it's early November and I haven't really started yet, and the holiday season can get hectic. I know I'm not alone, so let's see if there are some things that we can still get done, even though we might be a little bit late. Before we get started, let me remind you, release the pressure. We cannot do anything about what we haven't done. Let's just move forward. One of the areas I know that I can still make some significant impact, and the things that I've been thinking about have mostly been around shipping. I want to ensure that I'm getting my products to my customers on time and that the quality of the packaging stays high. Last year was hectic. I'm not sure what your experience was, but getting products to my customers on time was a big challenge. Packages shipped way in advance, like weeks in advance of Christmas, still didn't get to customers until after Christmas. I mean, I know makers that even into the new year, people were still just receiving packages. And for the most part, we all get it, right? USPS was having some challenges with the volume of online purchases because of the pandemic. From what I've been reading, it seems that the volume is still going to be high. So this year I need to figure out some ways to mitigate that. For sure, one of the things I definitely want to do is encourage folks to shop early. As of October 1st, I believe, and fact check me here, but as of October 1st, I believe that for some first class mail, the delivery time frame has been extended. I'm not sure that it would qualify as a delay, but it has been extended. So if it was 3 to 5 before, it might be 5 to 7 or something like that. So there's a definite benefit to encouraging your customers to shop early so that they can get their products on time. And frankly, since I am encouraging them to shop early, I'm thinking about doing my big blowout Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Weekend, whatever you want to refer to it as. I'm thinking about doing that sale a little bit earlier. When I say earlier, I mean like 2 weeks earlier, maybe the middle of November instead of the actual Black Friday weekend. Just again, to encourage folks to shop a little bit earlier so that I can start getting purchases in the mail earlier, and hopefully they'll be able to get to them in time for them to gift them to someone else. Let me know what you all think about that, what you folks think about maybe doing that sale a little bit earlier, kind of going against the grain and doing that sale earlier. I can think of some pros and cons for doing the sale earlier. Have to say that one more time because I said it so many times before. I've already decided on the structure of the sale. I just need to figure out whether I'm going to do it on the actual Black Friday weekend or before. We're talking about getting stuff to folks on time. Another thing that I need to decide on and then communicate is my shipping deadline. What is that final date for purchase for your customers to be able to get their purchases on time? For instance, if you're primarily catering to Christmas as the holiday, that's December 25th. So I'm going to give myself a couple days of cushion. So I'm going to say, all right, December 23rd would be the absolute last day I want people to be receiving packages for Christmas. So I want to also give myself 2 weeks from December 23rd. So I'm saying the last day to order for Christmas delivery would be December 9th or December 8th, December 10th, whatever date you decide on. And really, I'm going to be really careful about the language that I use because I don't want to give anybody the impression that I am guaranteeing a delivery, because I don't really have control over that. I have control over processing the order, packaging it, and getting it to my mail carrier, whether it's USPS, UPS, FedEx, whatever you're using this year. I have control over those pieces, but once it gets into their hands, I don't have control over how fast it moves. I don't have control over any potential delays. I do not have any control. And so I don't want to guarantee anything. Also, once I've decided on that date, I'm putting that everywhere. If you have Shopify, put it in your announcement banner, put it in your cart information. Let people know, make sure it's something that they don't miss. Put it in your policies, whatever it is. Make sure that you are communicating it everywhere you possibly can to let people know that date. If you've already decided on your date for this year, or if you have a date that worked for you last year, let us know in the comments. Another thing to be thinking about, you heard me mention USPS, UPS, FedEx. Who will you use as your carrier this year? Last year, I know a lot of people were really pissed off with USPS, and I heard them saying that they were going to use UPS this year or something like that. I have been thinking about offering both USPS and UPS and having the customer decide how they want their packages shipped. I use Pirate Ship for shipping, and they are now offering UPS as an option. So I really need to take a little bit of time and dig into what that would mean in terms of cost, etc. for my customers, and maybe have that as an option for them. So they get to choose what carrier they want to use. You could also give them some expedited shipping options. Well, we all know that those are going to cost more, but if you have a customer that is willing to pay for expedited shipping options, there's always going to be somebody willing to pay for that because they didn't shop early or they need something right now. Maybe that is something that you could offer. I know I'm thinking about maybe offering some specific expedited shipping options for folks for the holiday season. So if they're willing to shell out the extra money to get stuff more quickly, why not offer it? Then I'm thinking about my free shipping options. Right now I have a dollar amount purchase. If you purchase above this dollar amount, you get free shipping. I'm thinking of lowering that slightly for the holiday season, but I have to think about my margins. I have to ensure that lowering that is not going to eat into my profit, because now shipping is on me. I mean, there are so many components to figuring out the cost of your product, and it's not just design. It depends on what's happening, right? So if you see here, I produce my own paper goods, letterpress print, and it is a labor intensive process. So I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice by not factoring labor into the cost of the product, the cost to make the product. So that's one of those things that easily you may overlook, just like shipping. That free shipping piece, it can be easily overlooked, and you can easily fall into a place where the free shipping is great because it encourages people to buy. It's an incentive for folks to buy, but no matter how much they buy, you are spending so much on shipping costs that it eats into your profit. So it's just something to think about. It's something I have to think about when I'm thinking about lowering that dollar amount. So we're pushing the shop early. We're offering expedited options. We've set a date for delivery by a certain holiday or whatever the case may be. But we know that there are going to always be folks that are, for whatever reason, there are a multitude of reasons that people shop late. There are going to be folks that are shopping later than they should, and then they are going to be running into this issue where they are concerned they're not going to be able to get their purchases in time to gift them to others. So as a business owner, I'm like, what can I do? What is a solution for this problem, right? Because it is going to happen. The problem exists. Sometimes people are not able to shop early. So if you have those folks that are shopping late, how do you help them? What is a solution to help them? So I'm like racking my brain. What could I possibly do to help to alleviate some of that pressure, that stress that they're feeling in that moment of realizing, wow, this is super late and this gift is going to get to Susie late. Then I'm like, ding, 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 you're already doing this. So one of the brands, if you've been here before, you know that one of the brands I have is Add Pink and Stir. It's a stationery brand, and one of the primary products is greeting cards. So right now, Add Pink and Stir offers a mail it for you service. So for example, you have your friend's birthday is coming up in 4 days. Your friend is not local to you, they're in another state. So you are now going to order a card, receive the card, then write in that card and mail the card out. That card is not getting to your friend in 4 days. So with the Add Pink and Stir brand, you're able to select the option for me to mail that card for you. I write the message you want in the card, drop it in the envelope, address the envelope, pop a stamp on it, and get that card to your friend on her birthday. So it becomes a similar type of problem that the person that is shopping late has, right? They've found this perfect gift for somebody that they care about, but they're running short on time. They would not be able to order, get it wrapped, and get it out to their friend, their family member, whomever it is, on time. Same problem as the birthday problem. So I've been thinking about offering gift wrapping options, which could solve that problem, but also, even if you're not mailing it to the recipient for your customer, could solve that gift wrapping problem for them also. So potentially offering, I'll wrap the gift for you, I will write in a card whatever message you want, and I will mail that gift directly to the recipient to cut out some of that time in between and get us to a place where it is more likely that they will receive their gift on time. Or the gift wrapped option could just be, I'll gift wrap it all pretty for a fee, ship it to you, and the only thing you would have to do at that point is add whatever you want to add to it, a card, a gift tag, whatever the case is, or write on the gift tag, that kind of thing, and make it easier for them. Of course, all this means additional expense for the customer, so you would need to charge for this, but also additional work for you. So it's something you have to think about whether or not you would want to offer it. If you decide you have the capacity, plan it out, do a photo shoot, show the visuals of what this gorgeous gift packaging would look like. It probably will be an incentive for someone to buy from you versus someone else. Again, I'll say really assess your capacity to do this, because it is an additional step and the holiday season can be stressful. You don't want to add something that you just won't be able to manage. When I'm overwhelmed, which seems to be every day, this is how I manage. I have to get these little pockets of stress relief in anywhere I can. Running a business is tough, and the holiday season adds an additional level of stress. So be sure that you can manage whatever you've decided on. I can't stress this enough. All of the things that I've been talking about, I won't finalize those decisions until I figure out if it's something that I can physically and emotionally manage for the season. These are potentially great options, but it doesn't work if you cannot make it work. And don't think of it from the perspective of you're lacking in anything because you cannot make it work. You have to be reasonable. You have to be realistic about what you can manage. Some folks are doing this as their side business. Their primary 9 to 5 job could be super hectic in the holidays. So you have to think about things like that. If your business is full time, again, sales increase so much. These additional steps could put you really in a place where you just cannot manage it. And then it becomes this thing where it's like you're offering all these great things, but you're not really doing them well like you usually do. And then your customer gets disappointed. And even more importantly, you wear yourself down. You wear yourself down so much that you're always exhausted. You really have to think about these things and do what is best for you and your business. Like for Add Pink and Stir, the holidays are a prime time for greeting cards. So many holiday cards are getting sent out. So many holiday cards getting bought and sent out, and this year more so than ever. I was feeling a lot of pressure to ensure that I have holiday cards printed, but I decided that this year I cannot do it. What you see me printing here are gift tags. I kept it to 2 designs, simple. I'm making a certain number of them. Once those sell out, that's it. I'm done because I just cannot manage it. There's a lot going on for me this year personally, and for me to add holiday cards to the mix, I just couldn't do it. Did I go off on a tangent? It kind of feels like I went off on a tangent, but it's all applicable, right? So I want to also talk about, this is not shipping directly related to shipping, but it is an important thing that I know that I have to address quickly for the season. Inventory. And really not just what you have in stock in terms of product, but also if you do any kind of packaging, or if like me you actually make your product, you have to think about your raw material and your shipping boxes and your thank you cards and all of those things. I have a regular inventory process that I usually use during the year, but I have not been keeping up with it over the last couple months, so I really needed to go in and assess where I am. What are my numbers per product, and am I going to be restocking before the holidays, or am I going to leave it at that, and if I sell out for the holidays, I sell out, that's it? Do I have enough packaging? Again, do I have enough boxes to ship these orders out? I'm anticipating, hopefully you are anticipating larger orders, more orders. Do you have enough packaging tape? The branding and marketing materials that you add to your packages or your custom tape, do you have enough of that? And if you don't, can you get it ordered in time? And if you decide not to order, if you decide you don't want to spend extra shipping costs on expedited shipping to get it to you in a couple days versus 2 weeks or whatever the case is, decide on your alternative. What will you use instead of? Or like me, in some cases where I know I won't be able to re-up, or I'm not willing to re-up, frankly, I am just going to leave it at what it is, and that just, once it's done, and it just won't be offered for the rest of the season. We know that there are supply chain issues, and that directly impacts your raw materials, your packaging materials, etc. So if you haven't done it yet, take some time over the next few days to figure out your inventory, decide how you want to move forward. If you need to get orders out, get them out ASAP so you can get your supplies in ASAP. And the final thing I want to talk about, and yes, I will be done soon, and this is probably something that you should think about before you make your inventory orders, is, I do it every year. This year I'm running a little bit late, is what kind of product sets can you offer to your customers? From that perspective, making gift giving easier. So are there products that you can put together as a set, like as a gift set that people can easily purchase? You know, when you go into stores at this time of the year, there are a ton of gift sets. And even when you're buying the gift sets, sometimes the cost of the gift set is slightly lower than the total cost of all those products individually. So every year I try to think about what products can work well together in a set that might be different from what is usually offered throughout the year. And it can be anything. I have a number of things that have plants as the theme. Put a few things together and it can be a plant lover's gift set. It's an additional solution that you can provide to your target customer. How can you make their gift buying experience easier, more simple, more straight to the point? Take a few minutes, think about what combinations of products could work, what combinations would make sense for a slight discount, an additional discount. Making the gift buying experience easier is a key way to ensure that your customer is satisfied during the holiday season. I talked about the gift wrap piece before. Even if you don't offer the service of sending the gift to the recipient, just offering gift wrap and mailing an already wrapped gift to your customer, it saves them so much time and hassle, frankly. So I'm looking for a gift for my plant loving friend, and I find options for plant lover gift sets that I can then also select to be gift wrapped and delivered to me. Can't be that. Ease and simplicity. Are you worried that we're thinking about these things too late at the beginning of November? It might be a little later than usual. I mean, I've been thinking about these things for months. I just have not executed on them yet because, again, life, it happens. You can plan all you want, but sometimes things go off the rails. The key is getting it done now so that folks that are shopping mid-November through December have these options. So I'm going to do it. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, but I'm going to get it done. I know that I definitely haven't covered all of the things that you should be thinking about, and really this is not an advice video. It is just some discussion around the things that I am thinking about and the things that we could be thinking about. So drop some other tips, other things to be thinking about in the comments, so that we can all implement some of these things quickly in the time that we have left before the real holiday shopping rush comes. And if it doesn't work for this year, be sure that I will be jotting these down to use for next year and trying to ensure that I start that process a little bit earlier to give me enough time to implement a few more things. Do what you can manage and save the rest for next year. Thanks for sticking with me through another video. If you enjoyed the video, if the tips were helpful, let me know in the comments below. And if you have anything to add, definitely let us know. So much to learn. This business process is tough. Let's help each other out. Like and subscribe for more.